Okay, welcome back to the Zoom sessions. Today we shall see how to disable the chat box and how to mute all the participants and how to disable the waiting room. You have multiple ways to do the rest of two, but the chat box, after the recent update of these Zoom meetings, it has become little annoying. So once you start the meeting and once that gets connected, now this has to be done every time. I'll show you how. So on the bottom right hand side you will have options more. Click on that, then go to the security. Once you click on the security, you can see all these options there. Lock meeting, waiting room, and all these things. There you go for chat. And once you click on this chat option, you will have the option no one. You can select it as no one, or if you want the participants to message you, then you can select it as host and co-hosts. Here you can also lock meeting, you can disable waiting room, all these options also you have. And you can unmute here, you can also remove the rename option for them. And then you can go back to your meeting and start your teaching classes. Now once we close this meeting, what happens the next day? If you are starting the meeting on the next day, what happens? Do you have the same settings of this chat option? We shall see now. So once the meeting gets connected, go to the more options here on the bottom right hand side. Once you click on more options, you will find security, and you see it's back to everyone. So click on this chat with, and we will change this option here once again. Okay, we can click on no one, or you can go for host or co-host. That is your choice. But this is happening every day. These changes will happen every day after the recent update of Zoom. So whenever you start a meeting class, immediately you disable the chat by using this kind of procedure. Now that's all. Once you're secured, once you secure the participants, they can never, disturb you. The second option here is how to mute everyone. Once you click on this participants tab, you will have the list. So click on mute all. Once you click on mute all, there you have the option, allow participants to unmute themselves. So that should be off. Now, as I have done it already, you don't see it, but normally it will be in green colored. So you have to disable that first, and then you click on mute all. So once you click on mute all here, after disabling the option allow participants, then no one can disturb your class. No one can send chat messages to other participants in the group. So in that way, the classes will be, very peaceful. And if whenever you want to talk to the participants, then you can ask them to unmute. Okay, now we shall also see how to disable the waiting room. In the previous screen also you have that option, but now what we can do, already meeting is scheduled, we'll go there. We'll click on the top right corner edit option. Once we click this edit option, it will take you to the main screen where we have scheduled the meeting. Here, just scroll up a little bit. And once you scroll up, you will have this option, enable waiting room switched on. So switch it off here. And once you switch it off, also you can remove this add to calendar. We don't need that. So once we disable this add to calendar, you can directly click on done. Sometimes it will not allow you to click on done because we already scheduled this on a previous date. So then what we have to do is to change the date. Just go to the date option where you see on the top, and go to the date option, and once you click on that and go to the next day, you just change the date, today's date to next day. And there, once you change that date to the next day, it will allow you to click on the done option. In fact, I told this earlier as well in my previous video, but I'm just connecting this information also along with this video so that all the information will be at one place. So once you click on done, then that's it. This particular meeting room will be disabled so that you don't have to admit them each time. But one more way, once you start the meeting, there also you have these options as I have shown in the previous time when we were discussing about the chat option. There also, when we go to this, once we start the meeting and once you go to the more options on the bottom right hand side, there in the security tab, Once you click on security tab, here also you will have this lock meeting, enable waiting room, and all these things. Right, click on security. See there, you can switch on, you can lock the meeting here. You can also disable waiting room here, but I don't suggest you to lock meeting, because if there is any genuine student, then they cannot enter the class. So here while disabling this chat box, we can also disable the waiting room. So these are the different ways that you could control your participants and have your teachings happily. Okay, I hope you liked this video, and if you have any comments or suggestions or feedback, you can, if you have any questions also, you can put it in the comments box so that I can reply to you. Okay, so that's all for today. So happy online teaching. Bye bye.